Thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day. Daryl Dapprich hanging out with us. No Damari Alston. Hugh Freeze mentioned he was questionable. We then, and everyone else agreed, then don't play him. Don't play him. If you do, play him very little. It's reported that he will not be active and dressed out and playing on Saturday. So what does that mean when RB1 does not dress out? I assume Jeremiah Cobb will start. But also, I don't want Jeremiah Cobb getting a full load against Ball State either. I think you see a rotation between him and Darrell Robinson in the first half, and I think you see then a rotation between Darrell Robinson and Omar Mabson, and then at the end, I think you see a rotation between Omar Mabson and Alvin Henderson, and then maybe some of the walk-on guys towards the very, very end of it. But I think from a health and then also just discovering what you have and developing that running back room, what Damari Alston can bring. I think this might be good long-term for the Auburn running back room.
I cannot agree with you more. I guess I'm just bugging and have this sunny disposition, and everything that's happening I'm looking at is a positive thing. Here's why. You nailed it. Do you remember the Jalen Williams, Chaney Johnson situation that happened 2 years ago where, to make a basketball analogy, he came out for one game, Chaney Johnson emerged, and you went, oh, there's a viable option off the bench. I could see the same thing happening in the running back room. You got to get Darrell Robinson some carries to see what you have. You got to see if Omar Mapson is all that they've talked about in practice. You got to see if Alvin Henderson is emerging somewhere out of the, of what's happening in practice. So that in itself is a positive. Then you keep Alston out so that he's healthy for the Oklahoma game. And where he's going to be fresher and healthier, not banged up going into Norman. So I think it's, again, you don't ever want running back one out of the game, but in this scenario, you could use this and spin it to be a positive for your program.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think Auburn runs it more or less than they did against Baylor? So they had 52 total rushes against Baylor. Do they run it more or less than that?
Way less. They are going to Arnold, Knight, 40? And Daniels are going to have
40 carries, 30 total. What do you want to say?
35.
35. How many of those 35 does Jeremiah Cobb get?
10.
Really?
Maybe 8. They're going to throw it so much that they're all going to have to ice their arms. 35 may be high. 30 carries maybe. I mean, seriously. And then, of course, you don't know how many Arnold's going to carry. I know you talked about it before. Maybe
I don't want him carrying it a ton.
With Brad Law, you're like, well, I can see maybe you went from 8 to 4 because he's going to be out of the game in the second half, which is a good assumption to make, right? So
yeah. So the reason I think that number is going to be higher than you do is because I do think they're going to throw it a lot in the first half. I agree. When they put Ashton in and when they put Deuce in at quarterback, I do think they're going to be more run calls there.
I would hope that's not the case with Deuce. If you're going to play him and it's out of control, let him throw it.
I agree. I don't think we see that, but I agree with you.
Yeah, I think, if you have him out there, I can come out of the press box and hand the ball off. If you have him out there,
good at that.
Yeah, I would. And I'm really sneaky with it, the way I kind of go the opposite direction and you don't know. Yeah. Sure. I think if you've got Deuce Knight in the game, you let him throw it. You let him throw it to the receivers. You let him see how the ball comes out of his hand. Ashton, we already know he's a dynamic runner. That's what I hope. But you're right. You're probably right. It's probably what we won't see. I think, the over-under, I would put it at 35. And I would maybe even go under 35.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. I would say 40 would be my guess. I would count 40. And I think you're going to see.
I'm going to be not happy if they run it 40 times Saturday.
I think it depends on what it looks like, though. I think if you throw it a ton in the first half and Jackson racks it up, I'm content. I don't really care about what happens in garbage time. I agree with you. I think it'd be better to see Deuce throw it. We all know he can run the ball, but I'm not predicting that we do see that.
I'd let Deuce throw it and Ashton run it because I don't want Deuce running it and getting hit. And
what's the point of running it with Ashton, though? Would be my question to that. Why? We know he can run it. Why?
because it's his. First of all, we've learned he'll be the third quarterback in the game. So by the time he comes in, you don't want to be throwing it up 45. Second of all, that's his biggest skill set. So let's see it. It's all we've heard about. Put it on tape so that when we need him maybe in a game,
I missed that he was going to be the third quarterback in. I missed that.
That was a Freeze said today that the first quarterback off the bench will be Deuce Knight.
Incredible.
Yep. No, he said yesterday. Sorry, yesterday.
Yeah. No, at the
yeah.
Got it in the conference call.
Yeah. He'll be the first one off the bench.
So I won.
So that tells you. So that tells you.
I won our bet then.
No, you didn't.
You're saying QB2?
That doesn't mean he's QB2. And Hugh Freeze even said that. He said just
for
this game.
I don't know.
It's for this game because I think the opponent, Zach, seriously, I don't think you'll see him be QB2 against Oklahoma on the road. I don't see that. And it still says or next to it, right? So
sure.
That tells me that if he's the first quarterback off the bench, don't you agree now he'll throw more than he runs? He may throw it more.
It seems more intentional.
Yeah.
Seems more intentional. If they do that, and we'll talk about that a little bit in our predictions and final thoughts in a second, but I want to see if, assuming they get to the point where they can take Jackson out, I want to see who all they keep in with Deuce. I'd like to see him out there with Cam Coleman and Malcolm Simmons and Eric Singleton. And I'd like to see him with a starting offensive line for a drive or two.
I don't want to see him with Eric Singleton. I don't want Eric Singleton to play.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't be mad if Eric did not play.
Just rest him up.
I haven't heard anything about that. And
I haven't either.
Surprised. Yeah. Little surprised by that. So
I am too.
His knee must be better than it has been, which is good. But
maybe he plays a quarter, runs a couple routes.
I want Eric to play very little for sure.
If he does play, what I want is the handoff on the jet sweep, because the 8 times that Auburn ran that, I think they gave it to him twice, maybe even more. Give it to him a couple times so that people don't start overplaying it and assuming Jackson's going to keep it all the time. That play was
a read, though. I think it's a read. I don't think it's a predetermined thing.
I'd still force it. I don't give a crap if it's a read. I'd hand it to him. I'd say hand it to him. It's Ball State. Give him the ball.
Yeah. They're clearly respecting it regardless.
They are respecting the heck out of it. Awesome. That is just great. I love it. It was like watching a conductor with an orchestra the way that was done. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
From the 113-degree press box.
I'm still sweating from that press box.
Lost 4 pounds. Ate a taco bar and still lost 4 pounds. How does that happen?
Yeah, right. You're sweating it. Water weight, baby.